Welcome to the Fermented Homestead. If you're new here, my name is Anna, and on this channel, I'm sharing our journey of learning how to turn our home into a homestead. Today, I am going to go over with you my very first Azure Standard order. And we ordered a lot, as you can see here. We ordered $1,000 worth of food, spices, condiments, and just various things. The reason that I decided to go with such a large order, first of all, is obviously very uncertain times and things that are happening right now. A lot of shortages in places. And so I didn't get like a massive amount of one thing, but I got a decent amount of a lot of different things. Another reason that I wanted to go ahead and order all of these things is that most of the items that I ordered we actually do not have much of a stock of. Over the summer, I have been doing a Whole Foods plant-based and kind of realized that our stocks of the items that I ordered were definitely heavily lacking. And these are things that we do like to consume a lot, especially the spices, and just things that we'd like to have a little bit on hand to have some variety. I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna show you everything that I ended up ordering, and I'm gonna tell you the costs of all of these, as well as how much more expensive versus inexpensive all of these different things are on Amazon. I've tried to find the cheapest price for each of these items that I ordered through Azure so we could compare it and see if we came out on top. One thing to note here is that every single thing that I ordered is organic. It is a huge importance to me is to order organic foods, especially when it comes to any kind of grains or beans or things like that. Some things I'm a little bit it's a little bit less important to me for some things, like some kind of fruits and things like that that have very thick rinds and shells and things on them. But like spices, beans, grains, oats, things like that, very important to me to make sure that they're organic, because a lot of these things, especially the oats, wheat, lentils, things like that. I'm not sure about beans, but I know those are sprayed with glyphosate in order to kill the crops off so that they can harvest them and they'll be dried at the same time. So you're getting a nice hefty dose of glyphosate right to kill the plant off. Like, that's the whole point. And it doesn't matter if they're not doing anything to get rid of it. So I just don't like to have it. So let's get going, shall we? The first thing that I want to make sure that I am mentioning here is that I am not sponsored by Azure Standard. I just simply ordered it. I watched a lot of videos on how people do it and just kind of became convinced that it was something that I wanted to try. I looked into it. I've been thinking about it for maybe years, at least like a couple of years I've been looking into it. But in the past, I never really was using a lot of the dry foods and things like that, and I never did. So I finally looked into it. I compared the prices at my local co-op where I can actually buy relatively decently priced organic foods from. And I can also get a bulk discount if I order like a bag of these. I can get 10% off. And even with that, Azure was still considerably cheaper. So I went ahead and decided to do that after also looking at the prices on Amazon for some of the main things that I was going to order. I did not look at every single thing that I was ordering, but I did look at a fair number of them and got kind of a comparison, looked into the history of the company, and just really decided that it was a company that I wanted to go ahead and support. So that's what we ended up doing. I have written down all of the prices as well as the sizes of the item, so I can go ahead and just tell you as we go. A lot of the things that I ordered were either 25 pounds or 50 pounds. A couple of things I ordered, I just wanted to try out and see if I like them or not. First thing we got here is, I have them written down in order of the invoice. That's it. So we got a 5-pound bag of kelp granules. And I wanted to have these on hand, basically, in case, anything happens. I want to make sure that we have some iodine that we can supplement if we need to. We don't use iodized salt, and I don't have any intention of buying any. So that's why I ended up getting this. It's also a bit of a flavor boost. So if I like it, I'll end up getting a larger package, but I wanted to try it out to see how we like it and just to kind of basically just look a little further into it. So, and then we also got chili powder. That's in this box here. This is not the box for the chili powder. This is rice powder. So they do kind of do some interesting packaging, which I think is pretty cool. It gives a little character. I wanted to get these big, like 1-pound packages, but they were out. So I ended up having to get these. I got 6 of these jars, and it is hot chili powder. They only had the mild in the pound packages, and that's pointless for us. We really like heat. So we got 6 of these, and these are 3.3 ounces. So you can see we just got 6 of these bottles in here. And I didn't mind paying a little bit of extra price. I got 6 of these for $24.24. And if I were to get a pound on Amazon of equal quality, it would have been $16.12. But the $24.24 is actually for, I think it was 19 ounces. So, you know, it's a little bit more than a pound, so I'm not going to stress about it too much. And the nice part is that every one that we enter, every one of these that we empty will end up having the jar, which is one thing that I like to do, is I like to save the jars for the spices that I actually purchase, and then we just fill them up with the bulk spices. So that's a little trick. I usually do it at my local co-op. They have bulk bins, and so that's how I usually do it, but now I can do it from Azure. But I'm not gonna stop supporting my local co-op because I like going there as well. The next thing, I got 25 pounds of einkorn flour, and it was $77.14 on Amazon. It was $87.49 for the equivalent. This big bag up here. It's just a big 25-pound bag. You can also get it in the, like the berry form, but I ended up getting the flour just to have it easily accessible. I don't consume or cook a whole lot with wheat or gluten or anything like that. I have always been kind of sensitive to it, and I've known for a long time that I've been sensitive to it, but I did kind of, it's more been like, it makes my skin itch a little bit. And I had some wheat today, that's why I'm itching. I had some of that. And then I've also recently discovered when I eat wheat, gluten of any form, it also can impact my asthma. I've noticed that it really gives me flare-ups when I have gluten. So I still have it from time to time, but I've tried to avoid it. Doing the whole food plant-based, I've found it's a little bit more difficult to kind of avoid it, and I'm not doing 100% whole foods plant-based. I'll just occasionally have like some noodles or something like that, which I don't know if it would count as whole food plant-based, but you know, just stuff like that. So, okay, moving along. Oh, and I forgot to tell you, the total for the kelp was $21.18, but on Amazon, the equal amount is $55.50. And then the chili powder, I already told you that. Okay, next is soy sauce. I love soy sauce. That's one thing that I have discovered through this process is soy sauce is amazing. It's a huge flavor booster. So I was able to find this stuff. It is premium soy sauce. It is Nama Shoyu, and it's unpasteurized. So I'm not entirely sure if it's still, it says to refrigerate after opening. I made sure to look into that. Like I don't have to refrigerate it while it's still in my possession before I open each one. I just thought it was really neat that it hadn't been pasteurized and have all the good bacteria that you're fermenting just being killed, obviously, because we don't do that here. So I got 6 of these bottles, and it was $48.75, and on Amazon the equal amount was $65.94. Same brand, same thing, everything is the same. So okay, next thing is smoked paprika. I got 1 pound of this stuff for $9.43. On Amazon, equivalent amount was $15.99, so we saved like $6, almost $7 there. And smoked paprika, in my experience, is ridiculously expensive. So I was really excited to see that at such a cheap price. And then we got cumin. We got a pound of ground organic cumin, and this was $11.44. Amazon was $9.99, so this one we paid a little bit higher for, a higher cost for. And then sriracha. I ordered one of this kind and one of the red kind. I usually use just the regular, you know, sriracha that you just get in the store. I wanted to go ahead and give this one a try. I can buy it in bulk amount, so I didn't save really much of any money. It's not any cheaper just buying a single bottle, but I've never tried this brand before, so I wanted to see if I like it before I bought like a case of it. So this was $6.90 and it was $9.60. It was $9.60 on Amazon. Next is basmati rice. These are all rices here. So I might bounce around on the list because I don't have these stacked in the right order, but this is where the rices are, and I'm getting ready to go into the rice section. So, all right. So we got this here, 25-pound bag of green lentils. It was $38.95 for 25 pounds. On Amazon, it's $81.45. So a huge savings there, more than double. And then we got this 25-pound bag of soybeans. I already have some soybeans. I think I have 10 or 15 pounds of soybeans, but I figured it'd be good to have on hand. One thing I am gonna buy on Amazon is the koji rice, so I can start making a bunch of ferments with this. I know I told you I was going to, but I haven't bought the starters yet, so I gotta do that. And now that I have the actual soybeans, well, I've had it before, but now that I have it in my cart, I just need to push order. For 25 pounds was $42.23, and it was $61.11 on Amazon. Next up is red split lentils, and these ones, $48.30. They're $58.56 on Amazon. So, I mean, not like a double savings, but that's like $10, you know, that's whatever math is on that one. So white basmati rice, we got a 25-pound bag of it, and that was $43.75 versus Amazon $73.56. Pretty good savings on that, I would say. Brown jasmine rice was also $43.75, and unless I just accidentally retyped that on there, or wrote that. But anyways, on Amazon it was $61.65 for the equivalent amount. 25 pounds. This here 25-pound bag of white long grain rice is $39.82, and it was $58.50 on Amazon. Next is a pound of paprika, and that was $16.23 I paid for it. Amazon was $17.41. Cayenne, I got 3 pounds of cayenne, and that was $35.09 versus Amazon was $45.30. Rolled oats in the back here, I'm gonna leave those there. I don't want to deal with those. Rolled oats, a 50-pound bag was $48.35, and it was $116.68 on Amazon for the equivalent amount. So that was a huge savings. And then garlic, we got 3 of these bad boys here. Powdered garlic, $35.70. Amazon, it would have been $25.47. So didn't save on that one. And then we got onions. We got onion powder. I got 3 pounds of this one, and I paid $29.87, and it's $25.41 on Amazon. So kind of the general theme seems to be that Amazon's cheaper for spices, but not for everything else. Peppercorns. These ones were $20.30 or $14.99 on Amazon. We got this here bag of 25-pound bag of Great Northern beans was $45.68, and it was $76.23 on Amazon. So huge savings on that one as well. Oat groats are in the back here. Oat groats are like the unprocessed version. Like, it's not like an oat seed, but it's the least processed version of oats. You have to cook it for a long time, almost like beans. And so I'm looking forward to trying that. I've never actually had an oat groat, so I'm pretty stoked about that one. And it was $53.19 for 50 pounds, so just over $1 a pound. And on Amazon, it was $109.98. All right, and we got a 25-pound bag of pinto beans for $39.37 is what I paid for them. On Amazon, $67.47. I've not actually been able to come across these. Like at Costco, they have pinto beans and they're reasonably priced. So we have a lot of them, but they're just not organic. And then steel cut oats, which is kind of like in between oat groats and like rolled oats. You have to cook them a little bit longer. I think they're a little bit more filling. I don't know if I've ever had them, but I'm really looking forward to trying them in the morning. And those were $48.35 for 50 pounds, so less than $1 a pound. And it was $120.92 on Amazon. These bags here are a bag of whole white corn and a bag of whole yellow corn, and then cornmeal underneath here. So we have the whole yellow corn. I paid $30.38, and on Amazon it was $41.28. And then I also got these. I really liked these. I like ginger a lot, and so I wanted to make sure that I had some ginger on hand, some kind of fresher ginger on hand to do not baking really, but like cooking things with, you know, in the event of an emergency. And we have plenty of powder. I just want to have some of the fresher stuff and something that wouldn't go bad. And so this here minced ginger, these are 6.7 ounces each. I got 12 of them for $30.25, and it was $44.28 on Amazon. And then I got cornmeal, that's the one on the bottom here, and that was $20.28 I paid for. On Amazon, $41.16. And then the white corn is $21.60. I couldn't find white corn in a bulk amount on Amazon without spending a ridiculous amount of time, so I just put the same price at $41.28. And then the cornstarch, I got a pound of cornstarch, organic cornstarch, and that was $8.60. On Amazon was $7.99, so lost a little bit on that one. And then lima beans. I don't know if I like lima beans, to be honest. My sister keeps telling me that I need to have them. This is my second year of trying to grow them in my garden. Last year, total failure. Didn't get any. So I figured I'd try a small amount to see if I like them. If I like them, then I can order a big bag of them. But this was $11.83, and I don't know how realistic this was, but I couldn't find a 5-pound bag for less than $29.89 on Amazon. So there's a little room for error on that one, but that's what I could find. And like I said, I didn't want to spend like 5 hours searching for prices on this one. I just went the best I could. Black beans here, I paid $39.63 for this 25-pound bag. On Amazon, it was $69.98. And I forgot one thing, oregano. Somehow that missed out on my list, and I didn't actually look up the price. So this one is just a freebie for Amazon because it's still included in the price that I paid for Azure Standard. So final grand total for all of this stuff that I bought on Azure Standard was $1,007.58. So just over $1,000. I ended up paying, I ordered about $1,200 worth of stuff, but like I think 4 different items got canceled. So those things weren't ordered. So the final price that was coming out of my account and the price that I picked up for was $1,007. And then all of these things tallied on Amazon, excluding the oregano, was $1,552.18. The majority of them were of like items. It was like a 25-pound bag or a 50-pound bag, whatever it may be. I don't think I found any 50-pound bags, but it was either like a 25-pound bag or two 25-pound bags. It was 50 pounds. Some of them I had to do like a 20-pound bag and do the math on it. I didn't like just go and try and find like little 1-pound boxes that added up. I tried to find like the bulk bags of the same equivalent, and I looked on there, and I did the cheapest I could find of the cost per ounce that it shows on Amazon. So I really tried to find the best deal in a reasonable amount of time to get this total. So basically it would have been half as much more if I had purchased this on Amazon. So I thought that was a pretty sweet deal. And I there could be extra shipping involved in that. I didn't like filter for Prime versus not Prime. And so there could be an additional shipping costs in there. I don't know. I just did the best I could in a reasonable amount of time. So I'm super pleased with everything about Azure Standard. I love their business model. I think it's super duper creative, and I just really like how they end up doing things. Basically, they have a hub somewhere. I want it like Ohio or something. I'm not sure exactly where it is, but they have a hub somewhere, and they basically, you put in your order and you can keep adding to it throughout the whole month. Like I already have some stuff in my order. I have some gamma lids that I'm gonna buy. But is once a month you order, and you can keep adding and adding and adding to your cart. I'm definitely going to be reordering things. I'm going to start, even expanding the things that I have ordered, and I'm probably going to be getting some more meat-based items. I didn't get anything. I don't think I got a single thing here that's meat-based. I think every single thing here is like Whole Foods kind of plant-based type thing. I'm planning on going away from that and doing more meat, kind of like a keto type thing, or just more of a Whole Foods, what is that called? A Whole30 style, or I'm just trying to figure out what I want to be at and what I want to do. So I'm probably gonna end up ordering some more meat-based items and some more like condiments and things like that, just to kind of have on hand. We are prepared people. We like to be prepared. I would not necessarily call this like preppers, but we have enough of an amount of food to be comfortable for a while and not have to stress. The way that I'm planning on storing most of these bulk items is in 5-gallon buckets with gamma lids. I have access to, I can get a 5-gallon bucket probably every other day, and it is free of charge for me. The gamma lids, however, are not. So most of the things that we have, I don't have any gamma lids to my knowledge, but I want to have some so that I can have these in our pantry, which is right back there. I want to be able to have these on hand, easily accessible, without putting them in, like the Mylar bags like these come in. I don't want to have to deal with those. I want to be able to have them easily accessible. Right now I have a lot of my stuff either in the 5-gallon buckets in Mylar bags, or I have them in like glass jars on my shelf over there. Some of it's just in smaller packaging. It's kind of a toss up with that one. So if you guys are interested in kind of like a pantry tour, kind of let you know kind of roughly what we have, and just to kind of give you some ideas of ways that you can build that up, let me know down below. I'll think about it. I don't know if I actually will do it regardless of how many people want me to, but I would be interested to know if anybody's interested in checking out my pantry. I'd have to run that by my husband as well. I hope that this gave you some encouragement, maybe settled a little bit of your curiosity. If you have any curiosity about Azure Standard, I hope that this helped you and informed you on that one. Like I said, I am not sponsored by Azure Standard whatsoever. I don't even have an affiliate link. If I can figure out how to get one, I'll post one down below. But if not, it'll just be a basic Azure Standard one. So fair warning, if I ever get one, I'll post an affiliate link down below. But as of the filming of this, it will just be a regular Azure Standard link, which I highly encourage you guys to check it out. You do not have to order a huge order like this at all. You do not have to. There were people there who had like 1 or 2 things and they would go and pick it up because the price, like I showed you, is a screaming good deal. You can have it shipped to your house if you want to, but I had it shipped to a drop location. I went and picked it up. The drop location was at some lady's house and she just had extra space and they were able to deliver it. And you could go at my particular drop site, you could go anytime that day and go and pick it up. If you had non-refrigerated stuff. If it was refrigerated, you got to go pick it up right away or risk it going bad. I didn't get anything that needs to be refrigerated, so I was able to pick it up. It was dropped off at like 9 o'clock in the morning and I just went and got it after work. The lady was super sweet, very nice. They ship it to, and you go to this certain site, predestined, pre-selected site to go and pick it up. And then you go pick it up and take it home and do whatever you want with it. So that's kind of a very lame explanation of how it works, but basically just order it and then you go pick it up. It doesn't ship to your house. You can pay extra to have it shipped to your house if there's not a drop point near you. I think that the shipping costs on it would probably be worth it if you can't do it. But mine was free. I didn't have to pay any shipping on it whatsoever. So we ended up getting like 600 pounds worth of stuff, give or take, and it was $1,000. And so I think that was a pretty decent deal. I'm pleased with it. Like I said, I am absolutely going to be ordering from them again next month. I just don't know what it's going to be. So if you are interested in what I'm going to be ordering next month, let me know and I will go ahead and film that for you. It probably won't be as big of an order as this one. I really wanted to kind of experiment, see what it was, see if it was worth it, see what I wanted to do with it in the future. So if you enjoyed this video, if you found benefit from it, if you learned something from it, or just satisfied your curiosity, please do give this video a thumbs up. And remember to subscribe to this channel. Right now I'm doing a tremendous amount of gardening videos because that is just simply what is outside right now and it is taking over the majority of my time. But I will definitely be having a lot of food preservation videos that I'm also filming. I just don't have the time to edit. And Azure Standard orders, I guess, are also a thing in the future. So, and just kind of maybe some pantry type stuff. It's kind of just food preservation is my main goal. And that is also why I do the gardening, so that I can preserve the food and have, you know, once we get caught up, have some fairly inexpensive food coming out of the garden. So I hope that you guys decide to subscribe to this channel if you are interested, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.